And welcome back. It's getting crazy. Um, Again, plans are happening. Hopefully, you've seen the updated post about the 10th anniversary gathering party hang, whatever you want to call it. It is being hosted at El Limon in Lansdale, 314 Madison Street, almost right behind me here on Main Street. They are one of my favorite places, some of my favorite people, and I like the food a lot. So hopefully you can join me and us. I know it's Labor Day weekend, so that could be a challenge for some people, but it works out. So that's when it's happening. Hope to see you, even if it's just for a moment. The Comic Zen zine is submissions are open for that. Again, details are in multiple posts. Just tell us about comics or Comic Zen, or that kind of thing. And it's art. It could be writing. It's whatever works for you. Our editor will make it work. And I think those are the important things at the moment. Let's take a look at new comics, because that is why we're here after all today. Just like 1984, a couple of weeks ago, Animal Farm gets a graphic novel treatment. It's a lovely book, lovely presentation. Batman, the Matt Fraction Batman, number 12, and so much glare. That is Alfred's niece, Verity. She cameoed in the last page of issue 11. She is fully involved this issue. And of course, several covers, and including a shiny of the main cover. And then an Ashcan, one per store, for the upcoming Batman Bad Seeds crossover. This is specific to the Sunset, which is the beginning, the alpha, if you will. It's, of course, driven mostly by Poison Ivy, but it's the entire Bat family. And I'm kind of excited about it, actually, which is crazy. I don't know who I am. Batman Arkham Clayface. Of course, they're re-releasing this because of the movie coming up. It's a mix of Clayface stories from over the years to give you a sense of who and what Clayface is. This is a facsimile edition of the original Detective Comics number 27, first appearance of Batman, and there's two covers. That's what the original cover looked like. This is, of course, a shiny. These are all special orders because they redo Detective 27 all the time. Batman Static Beyond collects that Elseworlds mini-series. Ben 10, this is a third printing maybe of issue 2. I can't remember what printing that is. Since ordering that, I've sold out of another issue. So we may do this a couple of times. But hey, there's issue number 4. We'll see if I sell out of that. Here is another Ashcan, but not one per store, for Kanto, The Clockwork Chronicles. It's a new series in the Kanto story, and it's just teasing that. Captain America, of course, that's part of Armageddon for the Avengers. John Carpenter's Cathedral. We're getting a lot of John Carpenter lately. For a bit, I was going to put everyone on the shelf. I'm going to get a few on the shelf, and then we're going to pause, and you'll know that I can order them then. But we'll see. Chachu is a new series written by Iman Vellani, Marvel's own Ms. Marvel, and I was excited about this. It's semi-autobiographical, but not 100%, so... Civil War Unmasked continues. Comics the Magazine, talking about Matt Kindt and other violent stuff. He may not be violent, but his stories can be. Conan and Dragon Arrow continues. DC Connect, talking about DC stuff coming out in about 2 months. DC Sonic, The Metal Legion. Dead Man, The Dead Man. And 2 covers there. Wade Wilson Deadpool and a lot of glare. That's better. Death Vigil. There we go. This is a second series, I want to say. It's been quite a while since the first series. But I do love Stephen's art. I will tell you that I was much more excited about this Sozomaika cover. And also, this is wordy. There is so much dialogue in this. I still have not finished reading this just to see. But it looks like it could be interesting, but there's so much dialogue. Disney's Frozen Snogie's Sleepover. Doctor Who, part of Circuit Breaker, Dawn of the Daleks #2. That's the end of that miniseries. And the Circuit Breaker story continues in other media. Jim Starlin's Dreadstar, Volume 2 of the Omnibuses. Dungeon Crawler Carl. This is Volume 2 of the novels, Doomsday Scenario. I'll continue getting the paperbacks. I don't expect to have the hardbacks unless you ask for them, but I have access to those too. And then, of course, I'll be getting the graphic novels, and those I'll be trying to keep on the shelf. Fantastic Four #15. It's also the 65th anniversary of the Fantastic Four. So there's a little bit of a celebration going on there. Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre. This is clearly just for the excitement, the fervor, the hubbub. This collects that recent miniseries. Fort Psycho, another Matt Keanes, and clearly the title being featured on Comics the Magazine. We will see if anyone picks that up. Gaston from Disney's Villains line. Ghost Machine, the official guidebook. This one's focused on Hyde Street, and that's the last of the official guidebooks for Ghost Machine. Another Ashcan. This one's for Godzilla and the Kaisei era. This talks about all the different series in the Kaisei era. Absolute Green Lantern. And 2 covers there. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to say. That helps a little bit. Herculoids, The Beginning. This collects that mini-series from Dynamite. Iron Man. Yeah. Another of DC's finest, the Justice League America Crisis on Earth X. Of course, this features Uncle Sam and the Freedom Fighters. JSA, A New Spectre Rises. And 2 covers there. And then another one per store, Ashcan, for Legion of Superheroes. Previews that were talked about in San Diego. Mary Jane, it's Mary Jane's 60th anniversary. And she gets a one-shot special that I believe leads into a new series. I really like that cover. Mask, part of the Energon universe, continues, and 2 covers there. Masters of the Universe Genesis. That's a new miniseries. I believe it's a miniseries. Talking about the beginnings. There were just so many Masters of the Universe stories lately. Mega Man. And then, in the Mega Man universe, Dr. Wily, world's greatest scientist. Mark Spector, Moon Knight. This is Mount Olympus Mysteries, Volume 2, Athena and the Stolen Threads. I don't remember ever seeing Volume 1, but I'll work on that. Nectar, that collects that. The first 6 issues, I think, of that series. People were talking about it, so I thought I'd go with the book. Pinhead, Clive Barker's Pinhead, reprints an issue from 25 years ago. When I think it was Marvel's UK imprint was doing Clive Barker-y stuff, and it just so happens that Boom's now got the Clive Barker stuff, and we're going to see very specifically Hellraiser. It's a mini series. It's a series of one shots, and then I'm not sure what's going to happen beyond that. So that's coming. Well, yeah, it is next month now because it's August. I'm pretty sure it's September. So Power Rangers Green, the Green Ranger gets his own series. I think it's in the future. Shiny. Jute. And Doot. Again, most of those different covers are special orders, but the regular cover will be on the shelf. And then in the Queen in Black line, Venom Unchained. And Queen in Black #2. Rom Epic Collection. Rom got a lot of attention recently for showing up in the Energon universe. This is volume 5 of Marvel's original Marvel years Rom issues. Simpsons Comics Colossal Compendium Volume 4. Again, not terribly colossal. And now I believe I have 2 and 4. So we'll see what the future holds about 1 and 3. I'm not sure. An ashcan from IDW's ID Dark line. This one's a new series for a new mini series from the Smile franchise, I guess we'll call it. Any Given Smile, so clearly football related. And this one is a flip book with You'll Never Leave This Place Alive. And they're just teasers for upcoming stuff. I think. Yeah, that one's good. I'm just doing a scan back. Yeah, I think we're all right. Sonic the Hedgehog. She-Spawn. Almost done there. Amazing Spider-Man. Star Trek. So as part of Star Trek's 60th anniversary, we're getting a couple new series from Star Trek. So there's a new ongoing series focused on 7 of 9 after the Picard stuff. If you watch the Picard Season 3, which was a bunch of fun. It was actually like Next Gen Season 8, I guess, but had 7 and 9. And then another series, 0 Point, which I was not specifically aware of. These are both featured in this ashcan, but they're talking about everything Star Trek coming up. Supergirl Survive. Absolute Superman. Oh, and there's less glare. And another cover. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder collects the first 5 issues, I think, of that series. And then a new volume in the Teen Titans Young Adult graphic novels, Together. Like Teen Titans Together. Teen Titans Go. It collects 5 issues of that series. Transformers the Movie. This is reprinting Marvel's adaptation of Transformers the Movie, and this is the last part of that. UFO Robot Grendiza. And 2 covers there. This continues after all of the anime, if I'm not mistaken. Also, I didn't get through all of that. It's a very big first issue, so it's going to take a while. Walking Dead Deluxe, of course. Walking in Your Tracks. It's a new boys' love and disability type thing. Manga from, I can't remember who's, I want to say that's, it's a secret. It's Tokyo Pop. That's why I was confused. It's not Viz. It's not Seven Seas. It's Tokyo Pop. Warriors Gray Stripes Adventure. This combines 3 Gray Stripe graphic novels together in color. What If Captain America was revived in 2099? X-Men of Apocalypse Omega. That's the end of that X-Men of Apocalypse. And Uncanny X-Men. And then a couple extras. There's a new Dragonlance trilogy coming. And War Wizard is the first volume of that. Also written by Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman, like the early ones. And then that, of course, is a special order. Sorry, but I have access to those. And then a new Miles Morales poster. This is the cover of the new #1 coming soon. I hope we're centered a little bit. But that is everything. Again, 10th anniversary gathering, Comic Zine, buy comics, especially if you're a subscriber. I'm going to touch base with a couple of people this week. And I may have to make some decisions because it's a new month. So there we are. I don't want to get more of this because I have to take it out of boxes down there and put it here. I want less of this because I buy stuff for subscribers and they go to subscribers and they're supposed to be bought by subscribers. Again, probably if you're listening, I'm not talking to you. So you're probably fine. But that is everything. Again, lots of stuff going on. Stick with me. We'll get through it all. And then I got a weekend off after in the middle of September. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.